What's up guys, thebeastlygamer here, welcome to the channel. Every now and then it's good to know what's going on in the world. Like Marvin Gaye says, what's going on? You need to know what's going on with people, with the mindsets of the world, around the world and whatnot. Every now and then if you jump out into the world and you know what's going on, it makes it easier for you to maneuver. You know which direction to maybe go or what direction not to go. A good example is, yesterday my wife and I were watching TV and they did a live poll and they were asking people on the street if they had to choose between two candidates for presidency, Donald Trump and Kanye West, who they would choose. Now let me just say this, I'm not a huge fan of either. I'm actually less of a fan of Kanye West than I am of Donald Trump. But they both have their problems, and I'm going to run through in my mind what their problems are and whether or not those problems can be repaired for a presidency, right? And then I'm going to tell you what the people on the street said. So, Donald Trump, he's an extremely wealthy man who doesn't seem to really get the people. He wants America to be great again, is what he constantly says. And he does not understand that people are people, and America is not the cream of the crop. And if a person crosses that line, they're automatically a criminal. That's his main thing. He tries to pretend or say that if a person crosses the border from another place and comes here, they're a drug dealer or a rapist or something stupid. And that's just not realistic. And so it comes off as racist. And in a lot of ways it is racist to just think that another person, just because they weren't born here, comes here and all of a sudden they're a problem. It does come off as racist. But I feel that that could be fixed. I think that if Donald Trump gets the right people around him, intelligent people, caring people, people who want the best for the world and not just the country, that he can be turned around. He can see that people are people, and of course there are bad people here, there are bad people there, and we just got to keep the good people together and everybody will be all right. So I feel Donald Trump could actually be rectified from that issue. Kanye West, on the other hand, very, very arrogant person. One of the most arrogant people I've ever seen on television. And it's not like the funny type of arrogance like Muhammad Ali. This guy thinks he's literally a god. He tells people that, you know, I'm special, I'm a god, you gotta treat me a certain way. You know, you don't got all the answers, Sway. You don't got all the answers. He's a crazy fucking person. And he, in my mind, he's even further removed from the typical man than Donald Trump, because he doesn't even think of the average person. He makes a t-shirt, sells it for $2,000, man. You know? Or $200, I'm trying to remember. $200. His shoes are $2,500. The guy is way out there. And he's extremely emotional. And I think if you put someone like that in a position of power on that button, and he's able to push that button and launch it, then we're going to be in a lot of trouble, because he gets very, very frustrated. He's walked up on the stage numerous times to try to steal awards from people. The guy has problems. And the thing is, like Floyd Mayweather, I don't like people who are extremely, extremely arrogant. I like people... To me, if a person's really good at something, the people should tell them they're good. You know, if you're a really talented artist, you're going to hear it from people. If you're a gifted musician, you're going to hear it from people. You shouldn't walk around and just say, I'm the best. I'm. That's what Kanye West does. He says he's a genius, and that makes him an idiot to me. So between those two people, I think that Kanye West will have a harder time actually hitting that 180 mark and turning it around from believing he's a god. How do you make a person who thinks they're a god think they're a normal person? To me, that's really, really hard. Much harder than it is for a person to start to believe that people who cross the border aren't rapists and killers. So I would have picked Donald Trump, personally. Now, like I said, I'm not the biggest fan of either one. But the thing that kind of shocked me and blew my mind was that every single person that they showed, which I told my wife, I don't think they showed everybody. I think they only showed one side of the coin. Everybody who they reviewed on the street and asked, they all picked Kanye West. And I was like, oh my God. Every time people kept saying that, I looked at her, my eyes were getting bigger. I was like, what's going on here? Are we losing our minds? Are we literally the kind of country or people that would let someone like this rule the country and make the decisions of the country? And everybody, black people, white people, everybody, oh, Kanye West is so cool, yeah. I was like, what? One girl said, I would pick Kanye because he's God. I was like, oh my God, no, this cannot be happening. This can't be real. And so, even though it was a disheartening thing to see that young people are that easily led astray, at least I know where the world is going, especially the young people. These young hipsters don't seem to understand what it takes to rule a country. If you make a few albums and make a few $1 million, they think that, hey, you can rule the country. Now, back to my point at hand, which is Konami. Konami and Kojima, of course. The poster child of the end of 2015. Kojima is free from Konami's grasp right now. He's just signed a deal with Sony PlayStation. He's going to be making awesome games with PlayStation. It's exciting times. But Konami has just announced that they're looking for new development staff to work on a new Metal Gear game. So they're working on Metal Gear. They said previously, they said 8 months ago, once Kojima leaves, Metal Gear is going to continue to be a thing. And a lot of people have been really, really down on Konami. And personally, I am too. I'm not in any way, shape, or form defending this company. They are my least liked company of the year. And until they possibly do something to bring us back as their fans and their support, I'm not down with Konami one bit. Twitter's been reaming with fuck Konami. Hashtag fuck Konami. Everybody's been saying it. So my question to you guys is this, because I want to know which direction the world's going. Konami, they've got some great games. They got Silent Hill, which is one of my favorite survival horror games on earth. They got Castlevania, which really helped craft me as a gamer. That game helped to ground me and put me in the mind state that I am today. I love games partly because of Castlevania, because of what Castlevania did for me as a child. Contra, amazing game, right? Metal Gear Solid, which is probably one of their biggest titles ever, right? Metal Gear Solid 5 won so many awards for Game of the Year. It's ridiculous. If they were to create more of these games, what would you do? Now, a lot of people are more on the side now of Kojima, which I am. I support Kojima and not Konami because, at least on the outward appearance, Konami is the one who's done wrong. Now, we don't know the truth of the story, so it's very possible Kojima could have been the one doing wrong. But the way he portrayed himself in the public eye is so much more respectable than the way Konami did, that most people just side with him automatically because he didn't speak on it. He was very quiet. He was, showing respect. He wasn't giving anyone any details. He just held his head down and he kept moving until his clause was over. Konami, on the other hand, every time he did anything, they were trying to stab him, take your name off, the box art, close Kojima Productions. We're going to ban you from accepting any awards. We're going to close Silent Hills. We're going to do everything possible. So in the public sphere, Konami really did a lot of damage to themselves because they appeared extremely vindictive, childish, and tit for tat. And so, that's a really, really bad thing to do. But if they start making these games, and these games appear to be quality, like if they show at the end of 16, they show a new trailer for the next Metal Gear, and it actually looks like a Kojima game, and you hear the dialogue, and you see the characters, and you're like, wow, this does seem like something Kojima might have made. Would you consider buying it? Would you consider supporting it? If they made another Castlevania game, if they did this, if they made a Castlevania disc that had Castlevania 1, 2, 3, 4, Dracula X, all the Game Boy Advance games on it, and maybe Symphony of the Night, remastered or just re-released for Xbox One and PS4, would you buy it? Would you buy it? Now that one there, that's going to be hard for me. I would just have to buy that one. I would. Even though I hate the company, I would have to buy it, and they would get my support there. If they made a Silent Hill collection, which had Silent Hill 1, 2, 3, and 4, all remastered on one disc, would you buy it? A lot of people would buy it, even though it goes against your intuition about the company. So my question for you guys is this. Are you done with Konami? Are they over in your mind? If they release another game, if they create another epic game, is their deal done in your mind? No matter what they make. Are you with them or are you against them? Or are you kind of in the middle, kind of sitting back and watching to see what they do? Let me know in the comments what you would do if Konami made an excellent and awesome AAA title. Be sure to give a thumbs up and let me know if you would pick Kanye or Donald Trump too. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe now. I'm the Beastly Gamer, and I'll see you guys next time.